This is the Infinix Note Edge, the brand's very first entry for 2026, and I must say, it's got some promising hardware and software features, at least on paper. It's the first phone to adopt the fairly new Dimensity 7100 5G chip, accompanied by a large 6500 mAh battery, and an updated software experience with longer support. These are just among its key highlights to look out for. But as a whole, does it have the edge to stand out in the crowd as your next daily driver? I'm your host Earl, and let's dive right in. Starting with its look, the Note Edge clearly took out some inspiration. Our unit comes in a blue colorway that's rather loud and has a matte, gradient-like finish, with color tones that shift depending on how the light hits it. It has this large color match camera island over here, housing its camera system. Don't be fooled though, it may look like it has two cameras, but it's actually just one. Despite the fact the design is pretty much consistent, with its chamfered edges matching beautifully down to the camera lenses. And notice this square thing below the LED flash? It's the so-called active halo lighting that lights up to different activities like music playback, charging indicator, and launching its AI assistant, among others. As someone who often leaves their phone face down on the table, I find it best suited for notifications. Now, in terms of build quality, the phone features an all-plastic build with subtle curved edges all around, adding a bit more comfort in hand. Moving on to the I/Os, facing the screen, you'll find the speaker grille with Sound by JBL branding at the top, alongside a microphone and an IR blaster. There's nothing on the left side, while the right houses the power and volume buttons, as well as the green accented one-tap button. More on that in a bit. At the bottom are the second loudspeaker, another microphone, the USB-C port, and the dual nano SIM card slot. Going back to the one-tap button, a single press does nothing, while a long press launches the camera app by default. That means it also acts as a shutter button, but we do have an option to map it to different functions like AI assistant, writing a quick note, and so on. The phone has an IP65 rating, giving it protection against dust and water jets. It also comes with a pre-installed screen protector film right out of the box. Flipping over to the front, we are greeted by a 6.78-inch 1.5K AMOLED display, and just like from the rear, it has a curved edge design too. This makes the bezels look so thin that it actually is, measuring 1.87mm, and it seems to be uniform on all sides. It runs up to 120Hz refresh rate and has a peak brightness of 4500 nits. The colors look nice and vibrant with sharp details and deep blacks. Checking out its DRM setting, the phone is wideband L1 certified for HD viewing on Netflix, for example. Although the listening experience is quite underwhelming, the Sound by JBL branding doesn't really improve the audio quality. It can get loud, but clear highs and decent mids, but it mostly lacks bass. You still get some level of immersion thanks to its dual stereo setup, but that's about it. As for biometric security, it features the usual under-display fingerprint sensor that's optical and face recognition. Unlocking the phone using the fingerprint sensor is decently fast, but it can get sluggish sometimes, mainly because there's a bit of animation delay. Now, let's talk about the camera performance. Like mentioned earlier, the Note Edge features a single 50-megapixel camera sensor at the rear. At the front, it has a 13-megapixel selfie shooter housed in a punch hole notch. Taking a look at our sample shots, the image quality in general is surprisingly good as long as you don't pixel peep, since noise becomes more noticeable zooming in. It seems a bit heavy on AI processing as it tries to enhance every image as much as possible, and there's no way to turn off that, by the way. I also noticed that the image processing takes a while. I often had to wait 3 seconds or so before the phone could fully process the photos. Still, it does a good job of preserving natural color pre-production and bringing out nice details and dynamic range. Portraits have decent background and subject separation, while selfies are alright with acceptable skin tones and facial texture. As for the video, the phone can shoot up to 2K at 30 frames per second for both the rear and front cameras. There's no optical stabilization, although there's an AI steady mode that adds some electronic stabilization. However, it caps out the resolution to 1080p at 30 frames per second. Video quality is quite nice, but expect shaky footage if you want to shoot at 2K resolution. Colors look natural, but the dynamic range is a bit limited, often blowing out highlights.
So this is a sample video from the Infinix Note Edge using the front camera, and it's shooting at 2K at 30 FPS. As you can see, there's no stabilization of any form, but it does support AI steady mode as well, and we're gonna try that too. Now we're shooting another footage with the AI steady mode enabled, but it's now capped to 1080p at 30 FPS. So as you can see, there's some electronic image stabilization going on with AI steady mode. So what do you guys think?
Moving on to performance, the Infinix Note Edge is powered by the new MediaTek Dimensity 7100 5G. Our unit comes with 8GB of RAM and 256GB of UFS 2.2 storage. No micro SD card support here though. Looking at the benchmark results, the phone posted decent numbers, scoring over 660,000 points on Antutu version 10. Meanwhile, on 3D Mark Wildlife, it got an average frame rate of about 15 FPS, which shows its overall graphical performance. In real-world use, uploading times can be a bit slow, and navigating around isn't as smooth as I expected. For now, I'm choosing to be optimistic and say this may be due to the relatively new chipset, which could still improve with future software optimizations. This thing is not designed for gaming though. While it can play light games like Mobile Legends at up to 90 frames per second, it struggles to run demanding ones like Genshin Impact. It also gets warm after a few minutes of gameplay, but not to an alarming amount. So there's that. Onto the software side, the Note Edge ships with XOS 16 based on Android 16. And oh boy, the design inspiration is even more obvious here. But that doesn't mean I'm complaining. If anything, I'm actually more impressed. From lock screen and wallpapers to the control center and app icons, everything feels inspired by iOS 26. You can see a combination of depth, shadows, gradients, and glass-like design in certain places. It even adopts some navigational UI elements, evident in the back button, and navigation icons at the top and bottom of the screen. And to complete the iOS-like experience, of course, there's the dynamic bar to boot. I honestly appreciate the consistency in design here. You'll see that this specific design language is implemented across the board, including first-party apps like the Dialer, File Manager, Gallery, and the Notes app among others. However, the so-called liquid glass look and feel isn't fully implemented, which is understandable given that it's not running the fastest chipset. Although there's some bloatware for sure, but it can be easily disabled in the launcher settings. It comes with a suite of AI tools, aptly named Infinix AI, accessible in system apps like the Gallery, Notes, Summaries for recordings, and more. There's the usual circle to search feature, but the AI voice chat is default to Infinix's own Folax assistant. Another thing to give Infinix credit for is the extended software support for the Note Edge, now promising up to 3 years of major OS upgrades and 5 years of security patches. So that's indeed a welcome improvement. Battery-wise, the phone packs a large 6,500 mAh battery paired with 45-watt wire charging. As good as that sounds on paper, the large capacity doesn't really translate to longer battery life in this case. In our PC Markwork 3.0 battery test, the Note Edge lasted 10 hours and 55 minutes, which is a bit underwhelming for a battery this size. On the plus side, charging is fairly quick. The bundled 45-watt charger can take the phone from 0 to 100% in just about an hour. And the phone can even double as a power bank as it supports 10 watts of reverse wired charging. No wireless charging here, but it does support bypass charging, so the phone can draw power straight from the charger during heavy use. Connectivity-wise, the phone covers all the essentials here: 5G, NFC, FM radio, IR blaster, and surprisingly, even eSIM support, which is a nice bonus to have. I also want to highlight the phone's signal performance. The Note Edge features UPS 3.0 AI Super Signal technology, which Infinix says keeps 5G connections stable, even in areas with weak coverage. They're not kidding here. I tested it in a spot where my personal phone couldn't get a stable 4G signal, let alone 5G. On the Note Edge, the connection stayed reliable, which is a real plus if you're always on the go. Before we move on to our verdict, let's talk about the expected pricing. The pricing for the Note Edge hasn't been announced yet, but judging by its specs and features, it looks to be positioned in the mid-range segment. So I'd expect it to land somewhere around 12,000 to 15,000 for the 8GB plus 256GB variant here in the Philippines. But once the pricing is out, we'll write it on the description or pin it in the comments below. So, does the Infinix Note Edge really give you the edge? It's a bit of a mixed bag. On the plus side, it has a decent audiovisual experience, a 5G signal performance that actually works better than my daily driver, decent camera performance, and more importantly, it gets longer software support. Its new UI design stands out, and the iOS-inspired visuals are quite nice. Some might say it shows lack of originality, but for me, it's honestly impressive at how well done they have recreated the iOS 26 look for a mid-range device. On the downside, its battery life didn't meet our expectation, despite the large battery, and gaming performance is limited. If the price is right, the Infinix Note Edge could easily be one of the best options out there in terms of overalls, or it could be an entirely forgettable one, as it's mainly held back by its performance. For the most part, it impresses with good-looking software, everyday connectivity, and arguably, a nice appearance rather than raw power. If you're someone who just wants to daily drive a phone that just works, then the Infinix Note Edge is worth a look. But what do you think of the Infinix Note Edge? Will you get this anytime soon? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. If you find this video helpful or informative, give this a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit that bell icon so you won't miss any of our future uploads. Don't forget to follow us on our socials and visit yugatech.com for the latest tech news and reviews. Again, this has been Earl, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!